Hey guys, Josh Hankin here, creating the DVRT Ultimate Sandbag Core Training System, along with Senior Physical Therapist Jessica Bento. We're going to take you through today's workout, showing you a lot of different patterns in which you can move, stimulate a lot of different muscles, and have a lot of fun doing it. So the first exercise in our series is actually called a bear hug squat. The bear hug squat is done best with either a power bag or a strength or burly bag, because we want to have some dimension to the bag to actually hold on to. So just going to grab onto our strength bag here. Now she's going to get the bag set up so she's vertically over the bag. She's going to scoop her arms underneath it, quickly accelerate her hips and gently catch it into her body. She's going to lock her elbows in by pulling her shoulders down and back, trying to actively pull the bag apart. Think about sitting back and pushing the knees out nice and slow. A nice deep squat. Nice, Jessica. So the trick is, as you descend into the squat, is to keep that tension in that upper back, and the weight will help you keep your weight back on your heels, letting you be more vertical in your squat, taking load off the low back and putting it more through the legs, which is ideally where you want the squat to be. So you're going to perform your recommended amount of repetitions for the bear hug squat, or the time that you're going to perform them, and then we're going to do a rest, and then we're going to actually do a clean and press. Now the clean and press is done in two different styles depending upon the type of ultimate sandbag you have. Jessica will start off showing you how you do it with a strength or burly ultimate sandbag versus a power or core ultimate sandbag. Because the size and dimensions of this ultimate sandbags change, so does the technique. So you're going to start off with the strength ultimate sandbag. You want to make sure the neutral grip handles are facing upwards. Because we're going to want the bag resting upon the fist, you want to make sure to grab the neutral grip handles like so. She's going to hinge back in position, and she's going to power the bag up really close to her body and catch it upon her fists. A more loosely filled ultimate sandbag is going to work better. Locking her legs, pushing her heels on the ground, clenching her glutes, she's going to press over the crown of her head and actively pull it down with her underarm. She's going to come back down and reclean the weight and perform the same movement again. Onto the fists, press back over the head. Now when you do so, make sure you don't over clean it when the bag's resting on the back side of the wrist instead of right on the top. Just make sure that you have a better clean and make sure that you get in the right position to perform the exercise. If you're working with a power or core ultimate sandbag, it's going to look like this. Because of the dimensions change, and grab the outside handles, you don't have to go all the way down to the floor. You can go just below the knee, clean them up to the shoulders, and press above the head. This is actually kind of a relatively easy clean, but it teaches you the proper hinging pattern and how to accelerate the weight. Perfect if you're running a group training class or you're new to this style of lifting. The outside grips allow you to be in a better shoulder position for most people. The next drill we're going to do is a alternating forward front load lunge. So with our DVRT system, we have a couple of options. One is, when we do exercise like lunges, is which direction we lunge and how we hold the bag. So Jessica's going to clean the bag one time. She's going to get into our front load position. So she's going to actively pull that weight into her so her upper back is active. She's going to take a long lead step forward, drive forward, and come back. She's going to alternate the legs. Lunging forward is harder than lunging backwards because you have more weight of your body to decelerate as you come down and more weight to push back up. If you can't do it going forward, you can definitely do it backwards and get used to doing this exercise and get better over time and move to the forward position. So what we're going to do next is we're going to do a lateral lunge deadlift. So what we're going to do in this sequence, and a lot of times people mistake that deadlifting can only be done in one way, is we're going to do a different plane. So what we're just going to do, she's going to start working from the top down. So she's going to do one just a standard deadlift, all the way tall. She's going to take a long lead step out, and then sum up nice and tall. Same thing to the other side. Long lead step back, hinge at the hips. She's not trying to squat down. She's sitting back on the heel, nice and tall. Good. Sit back, nice and tall. One more time. And you see how her shoulders stay back and her arms stay locked the entire time. Two keys in doing the deadlift really well. Another exercise we're going to do is the bent over row. Now what we're going to do is we're going to work with a neutral grip today. If you want to make the exercise more difficult, you can change the grip to either a supinated or pronated grip with the snatch grip handles on the opposing side. We're going to deadlift the bag again. So I like to work from the top down. She's going to slowly hinge her hips back to the point where she has a nice flat back. She's going to pull the bag in towards her body, keeping the shoulder blades down and back. You never want to see the shoulders hike up. Always want to keep them down and back. So if you get them up, you're probably pulling too high in relationship to the body. Pull more towards the umbilical area and you have a much better result. Nice job, Jessica. And you see how she's come down under control and relax. That under control part at the bottom keeps you from jerking and putting excessive load through the low back. The last one we're going to do in this series is a floor press. So again, if you're using a smaller power or a core ultimate sandbag, you're going to do this from the end cap handles. Jessica's going to do this with a strength bag. It's going to be a little bit more challenging because of the movement bag. So she's going to start the bag to the side of her. She's going to come back onto her back. Now, before she moves too much, she can lay back and roll the bag onto her body. She's going to have her hands underneath. You don't have to use the handles, but you can. And what she's going to do is have her legs up. So this is going to challenge her core. She's going to slowly bring her elbows in close to her body and drive the weight up. Nice. So now it's harder to go by incremental load changes in your ultimate sandbag. So the way you can make this more difficult is slowly straighten your legs out away from your body, and this will make the exercise more difficult. So make sure you understand what size of bag you're using and what position you're sending your body in to do the exercise right. Now you're going to see Jessica do the routine in full speed.